So I'll just show you, when she had her calf here, she was so wild and she wouldn't stand for me. So I had to get this arrangement going, which was really, really, really unprofessional, but it actually worked. So I'll just show it to you. It's a stick, a long stick here that goes up there, and it's tied there. I'm the most unprofessional person you can ever get to make it, so I just tied it there. That's just to hold her in, because I just had to figure out some way. So I did this for quite a while, and now she doesn't need it anymore. And it's just fascinating how when they get used to something, oh God, you're so dukty. Now she likes to stand here. You're so dukty. So I put this down, this stick, to just make her understand that she has to stand in here. And I just have it onto a nail here. And then because she kept kicking and moving around, I needed this string. Yeah. And so I tie this string here so she can't lift it up. It's just so homemade, but it actually works. And now she's gotten used to standing there, and it's just so peaceful. So dukty. Oh, so dukty. Now we'll get the milking going, and I've figured out, which I've read somewhere, that give them their goodies when you've finished the milking. Don't do it before. So we'll get to the milking now, and I don't wash her anymore. And a way to teach them how to move their foot, I've showed you that. You just, oh God, you just tread on their foot. Oh God. And I use my voice a real lot, and of course sing a lot for her, and it just is so beautiful to experience how the cow thinks. Now this is just some olive oil. So dukty. Oh, dukty. Because actually washing it with water is not always the best, and she just needs to be massaged because she's very clean, because the udder is so little. So it's never really dirty. So she just needs to be stimulated, so she knows that now all this, the brain is told now milking time is here. And I just take a little bit of milk from each of them, each of the teats. Dukty. Oh, så duktig. Du er så duktig. And I sing this beautiful, ud, Bjørn, 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 ud, 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 Bjørn. I thank you, my Lord, I thank you, dear Father, I thank you, dear Father, for all that you give. I thank you, my Lord, I thank you, dear Father, I thank you, dear Father, for all that you give. I thank you, my Lord, I thank you, dear Father, I thank you, dear Father, for all that you give. I thank you, dear Rose, I thank you, dear Rosie, I thank you, dear Rosie, for all that you give. I thank you, dear Rose, I thank you, dear Rosie, I thank you, dear Rosie, for all that you give. I thank you, dear Rosie, I thank you, dear Rosie, for all that you give. I thank you, dear love, I thank you, dear mother, I thank you, dear mother, for all that you give. I thank you, dear earth, I thank you, quite amazing because I don't think she's ever made so much milk since I took the calf off. This is beautiful. Who's a dukty? Dukty. Son dukty. And the teats are still very small. And sometimes I just put a bit of milk on my fingers because they're so dry, the teats. I think she's going to make about 4 litres today. And I'm giving her about 1.5 kilos, about 1 kilo of the barley, and 1/2 kilo of the it's milking. It's grain and maize and organic things that are mixed. And then she gets some apples because they just taste so good. And of course, because the teats are so small, I can only use the this. And so compared to Inga, who had such big teats, I have to maybe milk 3 times for each. Once I had to milk for Inga. So it takes longer, but it's a lovely thing to be doing. I'd rather do this than so many other things. And you just feel the cow. She enjoys it so much. Many people ask me, do cows like this? Of course they love it, and especially when they don't have a calf. And the fact that I talk to her and I tell her I love her and say thank you to her. I mean, cows, they sense this, that you love them. And the whole thing that's the whole, oh, it's just so exciting. But the whole thing of the habit also. But being milked for a cow is just very pleasurable. It's like breastfeeding a baby. It's just so wonderful. And so when I'm good to her, it's extra wonderful compared to if it was a machine I just stuffed on her and just went for a walk or did something else. I'm really connecting with her, and it's just as probably more beautiful for me. Yeah, and I was going to say, the whole thing of animals sensing you and your love for them. I mean, they've done tests with plants. Plants sense love. It's everything in nature senses whether you are loving or you're aggressive and not kind. Everything in nature, even a blade of grass. Ja, du er så fin. Du er så dejlig. Du er så dejlig. And the whole thing of feeding her afterwards is really, really a good idea, because she knows this, that when they're very intelligent. They know that when I've done this, and also while she's giving the milk, she's actually in a different state in her. She's really relaxing and enjoying it, and it's actually quite disturbing to have for her to be eating. So I think she enjoys it more, but also it's much more calm because she won't be pushing the feed around. So it's much more calm for me too. Du er så dygtig. Du er sådan en dygtig pige. Yeah. And now I just take on the top. Oh, I was going to say about kicking. I tried the rope around her because she was so wild when I had the calf. And she just jumped round. She just didn't care about that rope one bit. So I learnt that it's becoming friends with her and showing her that this is what I want. And she will do it when I'm loving to her. She knows exactly what I want. I want to do this milking. And so moving her leg back with the foot, so she knows that she has to stand, take this foot back so I can be here with the bucket. She knows that very well. And as soon as she tries to move that leg up into the bucket or front, she knows, and I can just go and she knows just, and I might, if she does move around, I'll get up and tread on her foot again, just lightly, and she'll move the foot back again. She knows exactly what I want, And she knows when she's being good, because I just praised her. And they love being told they're beautiful. So the whole thing of forcing an animal to do something is, you have to avoid that as much as possible. It's only when you really need to. It's always the best to be making them enjoy doing what you want. Yeah. Shouldn't I be? And the whole thing about singing for a cow, I mean, no matter how bad you feel you sing, it doesn't matter to the cow. But the cow loves music. They know that with the stables. They play music because they love it. And that's also tests they've done with plants. You play beautiful music for them and they grow better. I mean, all of heaven, oi, is full of music. All the angels are singing all the time. And since we come from heaven, all of us, we're used to music all the time. Joyful, beautiful music. And it is calming. It's like with a baby. You sing for a baby and they calm down. And the Dexter cow has a lot of hair on her udder, especially here in the winter time, but I leave that now. I've cut it off this summer, but I'm going to leave that on because it's good for her udder to be kept warm. And you can still milk with the hairs there, because there's no hairs on the actual teat. Now comes all the fatty milk. So that was how much she gave me, and that's the morning milking. So this afternoon she'll probably give me about 1.5 litres, and that's beautiful. It's really, really good. And now she gets her, she's going to get her, and I take this off now while she's eating her food. Put the beautiful stick up. Oh. One of the things I was going to say in one of the videos, let's get out here and to the other beautiful little cows. Luckily I caught naughty Fiona. Yeah. Let's go. She doesn't always want to. So, what I was going to say is that when you're doing this, it's good to be able to laugh at yourself. And sometimes I just burst into laughter, saying, God, what a stupid idiot. What a stupid idiot. And that is so good, because when you do something really, really stupid, you just have a good time. So that was the morning milking. See you, my friend.